Morning to one and all. Today we will discuss the topic of control surveying and the adjustments. Um, Control surveying and adjustments. Cover the topic of horizontal control and vertical control, method specification, triangulation, baseline satellite station, direction to center, trigonometrical leveling, single and reciprocal observation, traversing, call table, error sources, precautions, corrections, classification of errors, true and most probable values, weighted observations, methods of equal sets, a principle of least square, normal equation, correlates, level mates, adjustments of simple triangulation works. So first, the basics of the control surveying. Introduction. Introduction of the control surveying is adapted for plane surveying is adapted for small distance. The effect of curvature of the is ignored. The line of connecting two points is treated at the here straight line and the figures formed by joining the straight lines of the plane triangle. And then geodetical surveying is called trigonometrical leveling, which is dealt with long distance and long areas. The curvature of the piece is taken into the account, considering the Earth as a perfect sphere. The line joining any two points on the surface of the Earth is curved and forms an arc of the circle. The figure formed by the line connecting any 3 points on the mean surface of the Earth is a triangle is called a spherical triangle. Normally, surveying is position of the three-dimensional nature and the man-made features of the beneath of the surface of the Earth. So this is represented for the contour map, plan, or chart in a digital form of a digital ground model. And then principles of surveying. To the basic fundamental principle of the surveying is being carried out or first one is working from the whole to the part, and second one is the observation of the station whose position of the have already been well defined. So this is designing the position of the unique points is a reference must be kept up for the at least the two permanent objects. So next one is next topic is control surveying. So control first control points, it is an extensive survey. It is necessary to establish a system of control points. It is a high precision. These points, these points, uh, these points may be horizontal and vertical control points. This is a network of comprises a series of points or position which are specially located for the purpose of the topographic surveying. This control of supplementary points are dimensional control on site. And then horizontal control points means the purpose of establishing horizontal control is prevent excessive accumulation of the error. This control forms collected of the survey from the from the which is the contour of other features or locator. So horizontal control are established by triangulation or traversing method is followed to the horizontal control. Next one is triangulation is the best and the most accurate method. It is very extensive survey. Two system of horizontal control are used. So first one is primary and the secondary. Primary control established by triangulation and secondary control established by the transit or tape traverse. Next one is vertical control. So and also horizontal control points specified are located by triangulation, trilateration, and traversing used by aerial photographic methods, EDM, and GPS. So next one is vertical control. So vertical control are established by determine the elevation of primary control station or to establish the benchmark. And then the extensive survey, the vertical controls established by previous leveling, and the secondary vertical controls are the elevation of the towers, elevation of the tower stations, or benchmarks. These are established by ordinaries for traveling. So this is established to providing the basic formwork of the large mapping projects. It very helpful for the subsequent construction works. So and then and so the very useful for controlling the points of the method of construction. So horizontal control and a vertical control. Next topic is trilateration. So what is meant by trilateration? Trilateration means the consist of series of joint or overlapping triangles that is called trilateration. So trilateration length all sides of the triangles are measured and a few direction or angles are measured to establish the azimuth. And then advantages of trilateration methods. It is superior to triangulation accuracy, properly executed, and then more economical than triangulation. More number of persons required to conduct the trilateration. It is generally less than those are required for triangulation. It provides a scale control at all stages of trilateration, which is only possible for the trilateration from the check basis. So next one is disadvantage. So disadvantage of trilatrations. So first one is number of internal checks compared with the triangulations smaller, and then it cannot be used in situation where previous angular observation or to be mad interest of the reference objects. It's okay expensive instruments such as EDM, rotation, so etc. So and then next one is triangulation. So triangulation, the most common type of geodetic survey is known as the triangulation. In the triangulation of the area to be covered with the framework of the triangulation. So triangulation methods are followed to the length or length and direction of the one sides and all of the three angles of a triangle are measured precisely. The length and the direction of the remaining two sides of the triangles can be computed. So next one is this is triangulation methods. So all sides are measured for the angles and the directions. So this one measured angle. This is a measured angle. These sides are measured angles are calculated. So this is lines named telescopic side lines. So this line means base lines. So this is A and B to the baselines of the reference points. So no distance measured with the steel tape and the trains are calculated for the baselines. And then this is used for a system of quadrilaterals. Four corners joining the looping of the quadrilaterals. This is a baseline. So four sides are joined to the system is called quadrilaterals. So objectives of next one is objectives of triangulation surveys. So it is used for geodetic survey, plane survey, control of accurate establishment, and then large areas by terrestrial methods. It is establish accurate control for photographic survey of large areas, and then determination of the sites and the shape of the earth by making observation and the latitude and longitude. So and then there is a fixing the center line equipments long which over the large rivers, fixing center line, terminal points, shapes, tunnel, and then direction of crustal movements, etc. So finding the direction of the movement of clouds. So all are find out the used for the methods of triangulations and then classification of triangulation system. Next one is so based on extent of survey purpose of the survey angle contributes continuity and the degree of accuracy desired. The triangulation surveys are classified as so it is based on the length of the length and the angle of the line of the triangulation of the point. The triangulation system different accuracy depends on the extent of the purpose of the survey. The following of the classification based on the states. The system is tested on the triangulation. FR 82, FR 82 determined that the figure of 52 can provide the most easiest improvements to the secondary translation may be connected. So, if the triangulation methods, the length of the baselines, length of the baselines varies from 5 to 15 kilometers, and the side of the triangles are about 150 kilometers. The instrument fixed work of the highest order of the primary translations. Next one is the control station fixed by the methods with the most previous horizontal control of filling this details or the primary translation methods. So, in the general specification for the primary translation part, first one is average diameter closure, second one maximum diameter closure, third one length of baseline, fourth one length of side of triangles, next one actual error of base, next the principal error of base, distinction between two measures of the section, next one probable error of commuted distance, next one is probable error in astronomical azimuth. So this is the general specifications. So first, the specification of the average triangle closures, primary triangulations, average closure, triangle closures less than 1 second. So maximum triangle closure not more than 3 seconds. So length of the baseline 5 to 15 kilometers, and actual error of base 1 in 3 lakhs. Next one, distinction between different measures of the section, 10 mm to 1 meter. The probable error of computed distance 1 in 60,000 to 1 in 2,50,000. So probable error in astronomical azimuth is 0.5 seconds. So there are general specifications for the primary triangulations. So mostly used for the specification followed by the methods followed to the practicing the primary triangulations. And the secondary triangulation consists of points fixed within the framework of the primary triangulations. The stations are mm, fixed at the closest spacing, such that the triangles formed are smaller than the primary. So this is of the measurements may not be almost accuracy. So that is expected of the expected of less than with of primary triangulations. So um, secondary classification or order of specification in the general specification of average triangle closure 3 seconds, maximum triangle closes 8 seconds, length of the baseline 1.5 to 5 kilometer, length of the sides of a triangle 8 to 65 kilometer, the actual error of base 1 to 40,000, and then probable error of base 1 in 5 lakhs, and discrepancy between two measures of the section 20 mm, root of a kilometer, and probable error of commuted distance 1 in 20,000 to 1 in 50,000, probable error of astronomical azimuth 2 seconds. So this is the secondary classification, general specifications. So the systems are close intervals to the size of the triangles formed to the smaller than the primary triangles. So next one is third order or hereditary triangles. Third order triangulation consists of number of points fixed within the framework of the secondary triangulations. These are the points which form of the immediate control of engineering and other surveys. This type of triangles are smaller and the methods of measurements may be moderate. So this is a flow chart of the table of the triangulation methods of specifications. So let me see number. Next is characteristics. Next is first order triangulation, second order triangulation, third order triangulations. So characteristics of the length of the baseline, length of the sites, average triangulation error, maximum station closure, actual error of base error, and probable error of base, discrimination between two measures, probable error of commuter distance, probable error of standard customer. So 9 characteristics of the first order, second order, third order triangulations of the limit of the specification is of the tabulations are. So first one is length of the baseline. First order triangulations are 8 to 12 kilometer. Second order triangulation 2 to 5 kilometer or 3 kilometer. And third order triangulations are 100 to 500 meter. And then length of the sites are 60 to 150 kilometer and to 10 to 25 kilometer. So third order triangulations are so length of the sites are 2 to 10 kilometer. So next one is average triangulation error. This correction after the correction of the spherical axis less than 1 second first order triangulation. This one is 3 seconds second order triangulation, 12 seconds third order triangulations. So probable error of base 1 in 10 lakhs. Next one is 1 in 5 lakhs. Next one is 1 in 250 lakhs. So discrepancy between two measures. K is a distance of kilometer. So first one is 5 root of kilometer, 10 root of kilometer, 25 root K. So probable error of commuted distance 1 in 50,000 to 1 in 2 lakhs 50,000. So second order triangulations probable error of commuted distance 1 in 20,000 to 1 in 50,000. So next one, third order triangulations is 1 in 5,000 to 1 in 20,000. So last one is a probable error in astronomical azimuth. So azimuth means angles. This is the limit of the measurements of the accurate probable error in astronomical azimuth. So first order triangulation is 0.5 seconds, and the second order 5 seconds, and the third 13 seconds. So next one is what are the followed steps of triangulation survey. So triangulation work is carried out in the various steps. Following are the steps in the general followed. So first one is recognize. Second one is selection of the station and the baseline. Third one is decision of formation of the triangulation. Next one is erection of signals and the towers. Fifth one is measurement of baseline. Next one is horizontal angles of triangulation and or measure. Seventh one is computation of the various sides of the angles. So this is the followed for the steps of the triangulation survey. And criteria for selection of the triangulation system. So what are the criteria for a triangulation system which is used selected or the triangulation system? So this first one is the station selected should from well-conditioned triangles with the adjacent station. It is equilateral as possible, and then any cases of no angles of the triangles should be less than 30 degree and more than 120 degree. Each station should be clearly visible from the all adjacent station, and commanding the position such as hilltops are generally very suitable. So this is located at the top of the high-rise buildings or the church towers of temples, etc. So it is located suitable position of the location of the selection of the triangulation system, and then special linkage have to be imported for the permanent stations. The station located should be on ground or support or on such that the instruction can be operated free from the vibration due to wind, etc. So next one is arrangements of triangles. So arrangements of triangles, the triangulation figures and the layouts. So first one is single chain of triangles. Second one is double chain of triangles. Third one is raised quadrilaterals. Next one is a combination of two system. So this a combination of above all. So this is the triangulation figures and layouts. So first one is arrangements of triangles is called the triangulation figures. Other name is triangulation figures. The system of the triangulation are arranged to be such that any figure has to be one side and only one common to each other of the proceeding and the following. The first one is single chain of triangles. So single chain of triangles used for variant narrow strips, single triangles, raised quadrilaterals, polygon with the central station. Next one is single chain of triangles. This type of figure is used for the narrow strips, narrow strip of terrain, such as valley between ridges. A layout of, consisting of single chain of triangles is generally used. So this is not accurate for primary work. So this is the single chain of triangles. So next one is double chain of triangles. The arrangement is similar to the single chain of triangles. This is also economical and rapid. This is used for covering large width of the belt. This is already one face is single chain and opposite faces joined for the single faces. So this is called as double chain of triangles. So next one is braced quadrilaterals. So braced quadrilaterals braced quadrilaterals. So there are quadrilaterals formed with the four corner stations and the observed diagonals. This forms of the best figure of the triangulation system, and this system more suitable for hilly terrain, and it is carried out through the system by different combinations of sides and angles. The system is more accurate, and then central station of the triangle is central point of the figures. Means this type of arrangements is used to cover more area on a flat terrain, gives the more accuracy of the satisfactory of the result. These figures may be quadrilaterals, pentagons, hexagons, and of the central stations. The system, mm, the system provides adequate checks on the computations. So this is more number of setting programs is low. So this is all of the arrangements of the triangulations or triangulations figures. So next one is central triangulation, polygon hexagons. So this is used for waste area in all directions. So this is a primary triangulation for large countries. So this is a Himalayan system. This is central system. So next one is criteria for selection of the layout of triangulations. So there's many steps followed for the triangulations. So first one is simple triangle should be properly equilateral. So phased quadrilateral should be properly approximate squares. So third one is centered polygon um, uh, should be regular. The arrangement should be such that the least at least one root and properly two roots from the well-conditioned triangles. So next one is angles of the simple triangle should not be less than 45 degree, and no angle should be less than 30 degree. Centered polygon, in case of centered polygon, no angle should be less than 40 degree. So the very long lines and the very short lines should be avoided. And no angles of the figures opposite is known as known sides should be small. And it should not involve more than 12 conditions. So and then next topic is the signals at towers. Signals is a device directed to define the exact position of the observer stations. So this is many requirement of the signals. So first one is it should be clearly visible against the background, and it should be feasible to center accurately over the station marks. It should be free from phase. There are requirement of the single signals. So next one is a type of signals. Mainly class signals are mainly classified as first one is daylight or mm, non luminous signals. Second one sun or luminous signals. Third one night signals. So what is meant by daylight or non-luminous signals? Daylight signals are also called non-luminous signals. They consist of timber, timber post or moist tin cone types. These are used for sites up to about 30 kilometer. For sites up to 6 kilometer, both signals may be used for target the signal may be used. And then sun or luminous signals. So the sun or luminous signals are those in which the sun rays are reflected to the through light. The sites exceed 30 kilometer. So next one is night signal. Night signals are used for observing the angles of the triangulations. The system is during night 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 times. So the various forms of oil lamps, Axeline lamps, and are used. So next one is tower. Um, Tower is a structure erected when the structure, the signal, or both of the elevator. It is also intended to support the instrument and surveying party. Next one is radar visibility and the height of the distance. So three conditions are maybe necessary to height of the instrument. First one is distance between the station. Second one is elevation of the stations. Third one is intervening ground. So this is the following of the side side conditions. So next one is baseline. Baseline forms for the basic entire computation of the triangulation system. So many equipment are used for of baselines and the locations of the baselines. Many factors considered to the selection of the locations. So first one is ground. Selector should be blind as possible. However, general focus may be also be adopted. The main station of the triangulation should be visible from both ends of the baseline. It should be possible to build up the network of well proportioned triangles of the base. So next one is next topic is error. So error mostly occurred for some reasons of natural error, personal error, and mistakes classified into the three categories. So error mostly occur for the all of the sites. The discrepancy between the observed and true value of any measured quantity is called the surveying. Is the result of mistakes, cumulative or systematic error, compensating error. There is a need to know the types of error in different surveys works before going for the adjustments of the observed values. So many basic definition of the errors. So first one is quantity. Quantity is made of the connection with the survey and the independent quantity condition the quantity, observed value of quantity, and the true value of the quantity. So observation means numerical value of the measured quantity. So first one is direct observation, indirect observations, weight of an observations, weighted observations. So this is the observations nowadays. Next one is error. Error made an observation due to some reasons. Error may be classified more general of mistakes, systematic, or single error. So mistakes, mistakes or error occur due to inexperience, improper judgments, and unintentional. So are generally avoidable and they cannot be classified to the law of the probability. So this is example for 2345 instead of 2435. This is called mistakes. Next one is systematic error. Systematic error is one which is occur under a given condition of the same size and the sign. And the typical example of cumulative error may be length of the chain, incorrect alignment, etc. So next one is accidental error. The accidental error occurs by a combination of reasons beyond the ability of the observer to control. This error represents the limit of precision in the determination of the values. So next one is loss of accidental error. So the three aspects of accidental error which is usually occur. So first one is small error occur often computed the large errors. So next one is additive and subtractive error are frequently occur to them equally probable. Large error occur rarely under impossible categories. So first one is a probable error of single measurement is given by E is equal to plus or minus 0.6745 root of summation v square divided by n minus 1. So ES means probable error of single observation. V means the difference between many single observation and mean. So n means number of observations. So next one is probable error fund. Average is given by EM equal to root of summation v square divided by n minus 1 into n. So EM equal to ES divided by 8n. So next one is probable error of sum. So probable error of measurement root of E1 square plus E2 square plus E3 square plus etc. En square. So E1, E2, E3, En, etc. En are probable error. So this is the error of the classifications. So let's cover to the triangulation and the error topics. So any queries discuss in mistakes and errors. Today's session is over. Thank you.